Hi everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Tax Tips channel. My name is Cherry Chen, a chartered professional accountant located in Oakville, Ontario, Canada. And I'm on a mission to become the Google Map for hardworking Canadians seeking financial freedom. And today's topic is interest rate. Everyone's talking about interest rate, so I figure what's best time to talk about interest rate. The Fed just decided to hold the interest rate steady for this announcement. At least they haven't really signaled that they will stop growing or start lowering the rate yet. But I have an expert here with me today, Dalia Barsoum from StreetWise Mortgages, to help us to get some insight, share some insight with us in terms of what the outlook is and what is on the market, what's on the street right now. But before I get started, if you find our video useful, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. Now with that, welcome, Dalia.
Thank you, Cherry. Thank you.
Yeah, so I know we've had you in the past talking about how to use different type of strategies to essentially lower your cash flow when the interest rate was on the rise. And recently in September announcement, we know that we're not getting another increase, which is great news. I mean, I am suffering from the never-ending rise of cost of borrowing. So what are you seeing in the market right now?
So definitely I'm with you. It is a relief that the Bank of Canada has paused, but we're always questioning whether we are at the peak or is there more to come. So prior to looking at the data, the GDP data and the unemployment data, the market was expecting the Bank of Canada to still raise by a certain percentage. And after seeing the reduction in GDP and the uptick in unemployment, I mean, the bank chose to pause. However, as much as people get excited that that is really the end of it, I would say, everything is really dependent on the inflation data and how it's going to unfold in the next few months. And the bank is adamant about, dampening inflation. So, is there still a chance of another increase? If I had known the answer, I would be making a lot of money right now betting and knowing, what the exact answer is. But all I'm saying is it's great news, but going forward, data is really going to be critical as to whether or not there is one more to come or not. Regardless, the end of the day, the bank has to do what it has to do with respect to rates. Clients and everybody is feeling the pressure of these increases that happen so fast. And of course, everybody's worried about, is there more or not? Because now people are feeling the cash flow pressure. I'm seeing clients come to us asking for solutions about what do I do? My payment's more than doubled, or I've hit my trigger rate, although my payment on a variable rate was fixed and now, it's changing. Or some clients coming out into a new renewal environment from a low rate environment. So all of these things are obviously adding pressure on top of the increased cost on line of credit. So we're seeing quite a bit of that right now across the board. And I tell clients, you know what, you're in control. I know it's all overwhelming. It's painful. Everybody's feeling it, but we are in control in terms of how we choose to deal with the situation. There are solutions, there are options. And this is why, Cherry, you and I are putting together, this incredible, amazing event coming up, the Cashflow Recharge, to talk about what these solutions are. So that is something we're going to cover later. But definitely there is pressure right now on that front.
So what are you seeing in the market then? What are people doing? Are they still buying?
So when it comes to cash flow pressures, we as mortgage brokers are offering clients options through debt restructuring. That's where we shine. We can reduce debt costs, shovel certain debts, create breathing room. That's what we focus on. But there are other strategies to help the situation, such as how can I generate more cash flow from existing properties, or how can I reduce expenses and optimize on my existing portfolio? And then there are some unconventional ways to help the situation. And the last resort is obviously to sell. So I'm just talking about the cash flow issue. From a trend standpoint, I am seeing clients purchase. As much as the market is a bit slower, I mean, properties are sitting on the market longer in some cases. we're seeing investors pick up good deals. They're able to negotiate. They're still able to make the numbers work despite the fact that the rates are higher, because at the end of the day, real estate is a numbers game. So they're able to negotiate better deals. And if the property is scary and they're playing, the game for the long term, we're still seeing purchase activity come through. And that's on the residential side. On the commercial side, we're also seeing purchase activity come through. And in fact, we're seeing more and more investors use cheaper type of money right now on the commercial side, which is the CMHC type of money, which is available to invest on 5 units and more. Things like the MLI Select program, CMHC financing, you're looking at rates in the 4.5% to 5%.
Oh,
wow. Yeah. And you're looking at amortizations in the, 30 to 50 year. So we're seeing a shift to use that type of money and an opportunity to utilize it for real estate investors as well.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, let's say, like the rate is so high. To qualify for the rate, we actually, Erwin and I just got turned down on property that we try to remortgage. And the question was, the renewal mortgage period was really long, to be honest. And so then there was 2 rate hike. And initially we were able to qualify, and now we're not able to qualify. So what kind of rate are you seeing in the market, the range of rates? Don't give me, like the lowest rate. Of course, lowest rate is always welcome, but I'm realistic too.
Yes. On the residential side, 6 point something to 7 point something, depending on whether it's an A lender or a B lender. And believe it or not, there are also new options for clients that are not qualifying at these higher residential rates. Like I said earlier, we can take a residential portfolio that is no longer working here and actually get a loan on the commercial side. That's something that investors don't know about. Yeah, you have duplexes, triplexes, single family, but I can take that and see if I can qualify it on the commercial side, which is a very different approach. It's no longer about the ratios and your personal income. It's more about the portfolio. So that's a way to get around the problem. And also there are investors who are using private money to switch from principal and interest to an interest-only payment so that they can get some breathing room. And eventually we can switch them back over here when the cycle starts to go down. So there are ways to maneuver. Are they the simplest ways? Absolutely not, but there are solutions.
Amazing. That's amazing. I feel like Erwin and I need to sit down with Dalia and your team to do this portfolio restructuring analysis and see if there are opportunities out there. Like let's talk after this for sure. Okay. So now that you see all these trends, and I know you have done an amazing job in the marketplace, and you heard all these people crying for help, and you're putting up this summit, Cashflow Recharge Summit. Tell our audience more about the summit and what it is all about.
So Cherry, like you and I were chatting right before this call, we've been getting emails and calls from clients saying, Dalia, what do we do right now? I'm feeling the pressure. Do I sell? Do I keep the property? Is there anything I can do to ease up the pain? Is there anything you know of that can help me generate more income? And I can answer these questions on a one-on-one basis, but I thought, you know what, let's bring together the best minds in the real estate space to help put solutions out to the market and provide clarity and tactics and strategies that everybody can work with, regardless of the pressure they're feeling or if they want to generate more cash flow. So that's what this event is all about. I've brought together, including yourself, Cherry, which we have the privilege of having you on, as a speaker, 19 thought leaders to put solutions to the market. And it's called the Cashflow Recharge Summit, happening online Canada-wide on September the 23rd and the 24th. And you can register. Our early bird is still on until September the 10th at cashflow.ca.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure we can have some exclusive discount in the future as well if you're on this YouTube channel. And we'll give you the exclusive link. And thank you so much, Dalia, for sharing your insights. And if you are on the cash flow crunch right now, make sure that you buy a ticket to go to the Cashflow Recharge Summit. And also book a consultation with Dalia's team, because there could be solution in your portfolio that you're not seeing right now. And maybe it is worthwhile to talk to them as well. And if you need, obviously, financing, feel free to reach out to Dalia, and her contact information is in the description below. Thank you so much again, Dalia, for coming on.
My
Yes,
pleasure.
thank you.
You're welcome.